my name is Nikki, and once again, I am here to just give back and share my insights as a stenographer. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. In my next few videos, I am actually going to go over the images that I obtain when performing an echocardiogram. This is going to be a basic overview. The images I obtain and what you see in each image. In later videos, I will talk more about pathology and how to assess different types of pathology in different views when performing an echo. But this couple of videos are just going to be strictly how to do an echo. The first view I start with is the parasternal long axis view. The first clip that I take of this view is with my depth increased. I want to be able to see if there's any fluid surrounding the heart or the lungs. Then I decrease my depth so I can see the actual cardiac structures better. I'm mainly looking at the left atrium, the mitral valve, the left ventricle, the aortic valve, the aortic root, part of the ascending aorta, the right ventricle, and the descending aorta. I take a clip of the structures moving. Then I zoom in to the aortic valve and the mitral valve. I clip this view with and without color. I personally like to do color compare, but some people like it, some people don't. I will explain in later videos why I personally like color compare and how it's better to kind of see, when it comes to certain pathology, color the valves with and without color. Then I would freeze my image in beam mode, zoomed in, and I would take my left ventricular outflow tract measurement diameter and my aortic cusp measurement. This is going to happen in systole. I personally like to take measurements of those structures up close, because to me, I like to zoom in and actually see where I'm measuring instead of trying to eyeball it at a further distance. After that, I would go back to my B mode, and then I would actually do M mode, motion mode, through the aortic valve, the mitral valve, and the left ventricle. Now, some people like to measure in M mode. I personally don't. I've noticed that M mode is really good for timing. You can really see stuff like bicuspid aortic valve, mitral valve prolapse. It's really good at actually seeing and catching those type of timing events. But personally, when it comes to measuring your left ventricle, I like to do it in 2D because I like to see the heart structures actually moving. And then I can sit here and say, oh, okay, I can see where I can measure this and get a more accurate EF personally. In 2D, I would measure my right ventricle, my intraventricular septum, my left ventricle, and my posterior wall, as well as my aortic root and diastole. Then I would clip that and then scroll to systole and then measure my LV again in systole, and then my left atrium. I try, when I'm measuring in 2D, to kind of stay along the same axis when I'm in diastole and systole so that I can get a more accurate EF. I'm actually gonna insert a clip of what we kind of went over up until this point. Well, that is it for this video, and I really hope I was able to give you a better insight on how to start an echo protocol and what you look for. So I want to thank you again for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them in the description box down below, and I will get to them as soon as I can. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And in my next video, I really want to talk about the next set of views that we obtain when performing an echo. So, until next time.